Beautiful Caribbean, beautiful sunset. The Lord has given us one of the best yet to harvest. And I want to show you a little bit of what we're harvesting. We have two combines this morning, right here, one to the right, one to the left. If you can go from that side and you can share what we have here. Thank you. This is a field that is designated for the kids of Belize. And if you see what we have here, this is a crop of soybeans. Soybeans fields, and it's ready to be harvested. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. One of the first fields here in this area of the country. And the reason is there is a testimony behind this field that took place a few months ago where there was a lot of rain, lots of rain, lots of rain. And somehow we never had enough. We had lots of rain here. However, this field survived the wet season, and that's why we are able to have a harvest. But a lot of farmers lost a field here because of so much rain. Thank you. We are here with our staff. We are training Amir. You're going to see him a little bit later on. He's going to go live, tell you a little bit of what he's a part also to on the Belize camping experience. But he's getting a little bit training on how to hold the camera so we can go live tomorrow on showing you a little bit more of all the sponsors that we have that is supporting this field. Yes. So what we have here, I want to invite. What? But it's live. Give it a second. Give it. Oh, Z. You got. This is YouTube. We're in YouTube live. Not on TikTok,
know,
not on Facebook.
Why is she saying it's not live? I think it's on YouTube, that's why I just wanted to check that.
Okay. So,
Just show them actually.
yes.
You can find it on YouTube.
Okay. Come, Anya. Here we have the unbelizeable Anya. Come, Anya. Is your mic on, Anya?
I am not sure.
Great. Let me see if your mic is on. Go and check if your mic is on. Anya is going to come and join us right now and share a little bit of what is the experience here in this field. This has been such a blessing for us to have this crop growing for the kids of Belize. And one of the beautiful opportunities to see the farmers coming out and making this possible. Anya, can you share that a little bit? What is Belize Camping Experience? What do we do?
Belize Camping Experience is an organization that goes during the summer into the city and share the good news of Christ. We would we would have youth from all over Belize and come to our base, and we would split them into two groups. One group would go to one particular part in the city and the other would go to the other. So there's usually one or two places that are doing camp at the same time. And then when they come back home, we would eat lunch there, and we would play games or have Shabbat Shalom, all sorts of activities there.
Anya, you've been in many harvests. We're going to walk towards the farmers so we can interview some of the farmers. But Anya, you've been in a lot of harvests. What happened a few minutes ago? Who was here on this field?
A few minutes ago, a bunch of kids from the city, from a school, they came over and they got to ride, everyone got to ride once in the combine just to see how everything works, and they were extremely amazed. They were having so much fun, and they were playing with almost everything they could see.
A lot of kids in our city don't get to come out, and that's why we bring them here. And those same kids that come here are part of the clubs. You see, how Belize Camping Experience does is that after we do the summer camps, we do follow-ups. And there is over 13 to 14 clubs that are being followed up. So a lot of camps do only summer camps, but we are that type of camp that do the follow-ups with the kids and with the young people. So today was the first time that Grace Primary came as a school, a group of classmates that came here, kids, for the first time they got to see a soya beans field. And this is exciting because the project is not geared to show kids how to do agriculture, right? The project is based for us to raise the support so that the finances can be there so that we can do the summer camps and the follow-ups. However, because it's a farming project, we get the opportunity to bring the kids either twice or three times or one time so they can see the crops as they're growing, so that they can have an understanding where does food come from. We all know when you live in the city, sometimes we don't know how a little baby chick look or how a corn stalk look. We just eat an egg and never know how that egg came through. And that's the beauty about having Belize Camping Experience headquarters in Belize City, the heart of our country. Well, I think they're going to harvest this one. Let's move from there, Anya. Yes, and we're going to go and get an interview from a good farmer. But if you look at here, this is a combine. We're seeing a combine here, and these guys here, if you look at it very careful, the rotor is going to start straighting, and that does. Isn't that pretty? I think we should go on that side, see if we can get a good shot of the field, Emir. This is gorgeous. This is like fantastic here. If you're watching in the international, if you're watching from Belize, no matter where you're watching, this is one of the best time of the years to harvest. The combine is coming right here. Look at this field. Show them this field here, Emir. Emir, we have our camera guy here. Look at this. Look at the beauty of this field. Look at the beauty of this field. This is so beautiful. And what I love is just the perfection of the farmers. Look at those nice straight rows. Very nice rows. And if you can see the soya beans, it has a good height. Very good height. Very good feel for this time of the year. But we're going to have the farmer to explain that a little bit of what is taking place there. We have Jeremy, who we have known for many years, and he's been part of a group of 5 farmers in this area that get to put this crop together. And we're going to ask him some questions to understand a little bit more how farming works. If you're watching from the US or from Belize or from Canada, Belize is very different. Hey, Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
Yes. He's a father of 3 beautiful boys. So
That's right.
God has really blessed him with boys. He's
Little
a farmer.
boys, little farmer boys. Yes.
Yes, good to be here.
It is good.
Wow, you saw the kids how much fun they had
Yeah.
over us.
Yeah.
Just very nice condition.
It is
Can you
perfect.
as a farmer explain the condition of this day for harvest?
It is a perfect day for harvest. We do have perfect sunshine. It is dry. The beans are nice and dry. We couldn't wish for anything better than this, basically. As the soybeans are very critical that they have to be dry. You cannot harvest if it's moist. So we cannot harvest in the evening or early morning, because then it's moisture and you can't harvest it. It doesn't come out of the shells.
Right.
Because the shells, they kind of close up.
Can you
then.
show us a little bit what you mean by that?
See, if a shell is dry, it doesn't crack like this. Now it cracks right open, and the beans come out easy. See, it cracks open because it's so hot and dry.
Right.
So if they're wet, they stay together, and it's kind of just like a doesn't open up,
Right.
it doesn't crack.
So this is
So,
critical. If this
yeah.
field doesn't get harvested by the next 2 days, damaging.
And also, that's right. I already saw some pods are opening. So if the
Oh.
sun is very hot, it opens by itself. So if they're dry and hot, they open by themselves, and well, they go to the ground.
Right,
We
right.
lose it.
Wow.
So that's
No,
correct.
Great. But
It's time to go. It's time to harvest here for
right.
sure.
No, it's very, very good. Here, Osni got some of the beans.
Yeah, these are greener, and this is kind of what they would look like even in the mornings. They don't look green, but as you see, they don't open. You can
Right.
So it's hard to harvest beans that are still this way, even though if they're not quite this solid closed in the
And you
mornings,
shared to me that these beans, if it's not dry in the bins, this ferments.
Yeah,
It's
that's
very-
right. That's why they have to dry. All of
Yes.
these beans, even most of them are basically dry, but there's too much green stuff on there,
Right.
and then they don't. That damages the good ones in the
Right.
tanks.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions I want to ask you is, how does this project works, so that the people who are watching from all over can understand how this takes place. But I think you tell us where it's better to do the interview.
Well, let's go a little further that way because you see the trucks and combines are coming and scaring us away.
But the thing is that the soybeans have a little hair, right?
Yes, that's right. It's very itchy. It's very
Once that
itchy.
gets into your body, Ozzy can tell you he got a whole dump over his body.
Yeah, he was on the combine outside taking the pictures and videos. We can't see that on the video how much he was itching himself.
No, but it's part of the soybeans.
Definitely.
Is it the same thing like the how do you call it, the hair of the sugarcane?
Probably. I don't really know sugarcane so well. I'm not a sugarcane farmer.
Yeah,
but
because the sugarcane has those small little
I don't know.
friction here,
Yeah.
and when you grab the sugarcane, it sticks in your hand.
And it's kind of itching as well.
Right.
I don't know if sugarcane is so dry. Like this is kind of just like dry, powdery, itchy stuff,
Right.
right? If you look at the combine, all of that stuff coming out.
Okay, this is a good spot, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, explain us a little bit more how this comes to play, and the reason why you guys do it as farmers here in Spanish Coast.
Yeah, most definitely. We have a heart for the kids in the city. When we got to know Alexander and what he's doing, we wanted to support him in a way that we could. And this is a very good project to support that for us farmers. We know the fields, we know the ground, the soil, the seeds. So we come together as farmers. One farmer comes and tills the ground. Another farmer will come and plant it. Someone will give the seed. There's companies actually giving the fertilizer. We plant this here, and then whatever comes out, the profit, it goes to harvest for kids and BCE for to support the kids in the city. It's very exciting, especially if we get to see some of those kids coming out
Right.
and
Oh,
how they enjoy it.
You
But
know,
many farmers come together for something like this. It's not a one-person show
It's a
here.
team. It's a teamwork. Like
Definitely.
the amount of kids that go to summer camp last year was 600 kids. 600 kids
Wow.
were sent to summer camp. But this is the good news. When these crops get planted, those kids do not pay for summer camp. It's free.
And it's coming from the soybeans.
And it's coming from the
corn.
same
Yeah.
crops that are being
Yeah.
raised, so that we can pay for the gas, the water, the snack, the curriculum, t-shirts. I mean, there's so much activities that happen on summer camp, and every kid gets a little handbook that is Belizean curriculum that is written so that our kids can relate to what is happening in the country of Belize and some of the problems where we as Belizean can, direct them how the Lord can really speak into their life, right? So,
And it's a lot more personal and home if you make it around here and it's Belizean made, right?
right.
Understand it a little better, what it is. Yeah.
I think it does take teamwork because, Belize Camping Experience have 10 full-time, like on the ground,
Working there.
right, working. So you have the Nelly, you meet the Nelly over and over, right? She makes sure that all of those kids get follow up on summer camp. After summer, so summer camp takes place, and then you follow up with those kids. And that's why those kids that come here,
Yes.
like they heard about the harvest for kids.
Many
When
times.
is my turn? When is my turn? I think if we can have like a whole, for that school, I think we will have at least 5 buses because it's a big school.
Oh, wow.
It's not
So
a
this
small.
was just one grade.
Oh,
that
this is
came,
just one
right?
grade.
That
Yeah,
is-
and so they got selected because of either very well conduct and other things that
Yeah.
they do. But there is so many kids, and we would love to bring all the kids that come to summer camp.
Yeah.
But I have better news for you.
What's that?
Here's the news. So the Belize Camping Experience team up with Harvest for Kids, right? And we send 600 kids to summer camp. But then after the summer camp, you follow up. And there's over 1,000 kids being followed.
Wow.
There's more kids that are being
Yes.
followed up than
Then-
sent to camp.
That attendant there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things a lot of people don't know, that, many camps, they only do summer camp,
Yeah.
but that's it. But not at Belize Camping Experience. At Belize Camping Experience, we're committed to do the follow-ups and then do the follow-ups with the young people that come to camp.
So the young people will help the other kids when you do the follow-ups.
Right, and a spin that took place, I think it took place 3 or 4 years ago, where the young people were doing the camps to the kids, right?
Yes.
And we are having camps in the morning, camps in
Yeah.
the evening. I think that was 5 years that we switched that. And what happened was that we've decided, you know what, let's do the kids camp from Monday to Friday for the kids, only in the morning, and in the evening we do the youth camps. So the youths that are pouring into the kids can now give.
To the,
We can give, we
to
can
them,
pour it to
yeah,
them
yeah.
so that they know how to pour into the kids, right?
That's
And
right.
so this Belize Camping Experience is 2 camps. It's a kids camp and a youth
Youth
camp.
camp.
So in the evening, the young people have camp. So they have shalom, they have a little rest, and then they go evaluate to make sure that we are ready for the summer camp, and then activities through the whole evening. A good meal, very good activities. We have worship, we have concerts, we have dress-up nights, and let them get prepared so that they can be ready to pour the gospel into the kids. And so part of that is that none of those young people pay for those camps either. It's all part of
Yeah.
these crops, making sure
Well,
that we can cover all those expenses.
and it's very important that we understand that it's a big project. Like it's Harvest for Kids is a part of the big story. Like the big story where kids in the city they get hope. It's just
Yes.
exciting that it's such a.
And when and many people are involved, like if you're watching this and if you want to donate towards this field, has this field got covered 100%, or do we still need donations?
I would need to check on that. I'm not even totally sure, but it is very close if it isn't completely.
And
It's been very good.
It's been. I think this speaks in itself, where you don't need to use this as an excuse. You are not a farmer, or you are not have a machine, right? But we have seen people donating their trucks. We've seen companies donating fertilizer.
Yeah,
People donating finances.
Yes. Because there's always things like there's chemicals that we spray for, and foliars that we give them, and a lot of fertilizers. There's not many companies that have that, right? So if businesses stick together, it helps a lot for that, for them to pay for the fertilizers.
One of the things Anya and I were talking about when the kids came, right, that the Belize Camping Experience is not reproducing farmers, but because of the Harvest for Kids, that is farming center, we can bring our kids and show them about the crops. And like any other city, a lot of our kids don't know how a baby chick looks.
That's right.
These kids never seen soya beans.
Yeah, and they were so excited that such a big machine and how it worked and how it cut the soybeans and how it fed them. It was amazing.
Yes,
I love
but
to see that.
Thank you so much for being involved. And we're looking, explain us a little bit of the operation that is taking place here right now.
You mean as far as the combines?
Yeah, the combines, the trucks,
yeah.
and how this all came together.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook, a WhatsApp group where we put this on. We offer whoever wants to come and be part of it. They come and bring their combines. Obviously, this is a busy part of the year. Everyone wants to harvest their fields and get their own land ready. But we have 2 combines here that are harvesting right now. We have a truck here that is getting the grain. It all happens without very much issues. Like, it's just very easy. We announce it. Whoever wants to can be involved with it. No one is pressured,
Right.
but it's very free and open. Whoever wants to can.
Right. No, I love that. And that group is about farmers.
Yes.
And for me, I don't even get there. I just give thumbs up because I'm not a farmer. I'm glad that they're a farmer, because if you put me to plant soya beans, I'll do quite a mess. I think I will have a few trees. But it does take some skills, just like the missionaries at Belize Camping Experience are committed to reach those kids and do follow-ups. We need to learn how to work together, because it is a lot of hard work.
Yes.
Here in Belize, it's not like Canada or the US, where we have a lot of more bugs, more rain. It's a little bit harder. We don't have
Bigger
crop
challenge for
We
it,
don't
yeah.
have crop insurance. Crop
insurance.
So,
No.
so the Lord has really blessed this field, because last year this field didn't look like this.
No, it did not look. No, we have been extremely blessed here. As you said, it's not the farmers. It's the man above that blessed us
Yes.
with it. He sent the rain, and and actually very good rain. Like right after planting, it stayed nice and wet. It was amazing. We got
right?
all of the, yeah, everything worked out very good. Like I would say there's a big blessing on this
Yeah.
field. There's no question. Like
But you know what I like about this farmer here, he does put God's first. He's a farmer
absolutely, yeah.
himself, and he has fields to plant, and he came and planted God's fields first for the kids, and that speaks volumes. So many times when we give things to God, we give the leftovers, and God deserves the best. You know, I would say I would be doing kids ministry when I'm 60, but no, I think God wants us to give our youth, our whatsoever you have, but please don't give him your leftovers, because he's God. He's the
Yeah,
one
that's
that
right.
give us life, sustain us, give us family, and he has blessed us. And I think that really speaks volumes of you, Jeremy. You know, we need people to show that, because sometimes we take God for granted, right? But he's the sustainer of everything, and
And it's all because of him that we can do what we are doing, right?
so keep it up. God bless you, and
Thank you,
thank you so
Alex.
much.
Yeah.
I will not stop you from keep harvesting.
No, thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming around. It's always a blessing to have you here, and the
Yes,
crew with you. It is awesome. It's
very
awesome to
good,
have you here.
very good. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a little bit closer to the field,
Yeah.
and then I have Austin to remove the mic, and then we'll proceed. Yeah, let's get a picture of that nice field, the nice combines there. Look at that, guys. Yes, here I have another very good friend. I have Osni, and we're going to share a little bit of what we're going to be doing in the next 2 days. For this field to take place, it needs a lot of resource, right, Osni?
Yeah.
And there is something very special taking place here in Spanish Lookout starting today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And what we're doing is we're joining Spanish Lookout Expo, where we're going to meet a lot of the companies, individuals that have invested on this field, so that the farmers would have the seed, would have gas, will have the trucks, will have combines, everyone. And we also have people from outside the community that have donated towards this field, like Big Creek. We have Procer Fertilizer, and we even have people from Orange Rock that support. So whoever wants to support this field, you just got to reach out to us, and you can message us, and I can send you Jeremy's phone number, and he will just make sure that your donation goes to this specific field so that we can have these crops growing. But Osni, it's been a pleasure working with you. I'm excited to work in the next 2 days to visit all these companies and
Yeah.
individuals who have supported. This Harvest for Kids Belize have been taking place for 11 years already. Like, this didn't started yesterday. And you've been with us for what, going
Almost
for
6 years,
7 years. Osni and I have been working together, and all those good videos that you can find on Belize Camping Experience. You're gonna see beautiful harvests that have took place over the years. But Osni, can you explain a little bit, what have you seen God doing through this project to the country of Belize?
Yeah, I think like what you guys have been talking about with the way that, those of you that know that we do summer camps and we do follow-ups with the kids and we don't do follow-up with the young people. It's all thanks to the support of Belizeans, and all of that is possible. One of the reasons it's possible is Harvest for Kids. So like when we get to come out here, and you guys might see some of our videos on our BC page about that there's a harvest going on, it's more than just combines coming on a field, but the thing is all of that support that comes in, like Jeremy was just sharing, that so he still has to check, but most of the expenses that might go into making this harvest possible, if all of it is donated by farmers, Then when the crop is sold, that support goes back into the ministry, which makes our summer camps possible, our leadership training possible. And what I really like about that, what they mentioned, is that the kids, the youth, they don't really have to pay for anything to be able to come to our camp and enjoy that. The kids in the city don't really have to worry that they can't come to our camps because they can't pay for it. But it's all free, and it's all thanks to projects like this. This is just one of the many projects that we have, right? But today, because we're having the harvest, then we just really wanted to come out here and thank the farmers, because yeah, they're farmers. They might, because of all the busy work, they might not have a chance to go into the city and do camps themselves. But I feel like I really do believe that God has given every single person a gift and somewhere that He has placed them, and to be able to use that to share the gospel, to build the kingdom of God. And I feel like the farmers here at Spanish Lookout have like caught that vision that they're part of Belize changing Belize, and they want to do their part. They're doing their part, as you guys can see, right? To help us, so that together we can take the gospel to the kids in the city. It's not just about BCE being Belize changing Belize, or Alexander or myself being Belize changing Belize, but it's like there's an opportunity for every single Belizean, and that's why that's why we're out here today. And this weekend will be also at the Spanish Lookout Expo. For those of you that may know, I'm just going to visit all of our supporters there, as partners that we have, branding partners, and people that really in many different ways have supported the ministry.
Have invested.
Yeah.
And thank you to all the internationals too. We have international. When this crop is being planted, Osni, what happens? What happens?
Yeah, what's so amazing about it is that Belize changing Belize sometimes even happens across borders. For example, we have supporters and farmers way up in Canada who know what is happening here, and they see the Belizean farmers giving and donating towards the kids' future, and they're like so moved by it that they're farmers too, and whatever is planted for the kids here, the farmers in Canada decide to match it, right? So
Thank
yeah.
you to Daryl. I mean, Hapstadt, Altona, Manitoba. Thank you for matching it. And if you're in the USA, you can match it too, guys. We are going into the next year or half a year. We're going into a growth spurt. We're growing. There's so much need. We're the only camping ministry in the city.
Yeah.
And that's where quarter of our population lives there. So I would invite you to join us. But don't forget, as we're going to go live tomorrow at 11 o'clock, be in the lookout at our Facebook at Belize Camping Experience, and you're going to see many of the supporters and Belize, the melting pot here in Central America. It's right here. And remember, you can be part of this by just messaging us or getting our newsletter.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, we have our social media. So if you want to contact us, there our Facebook page, Belize Camping Experience, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube channel, our WhatsApp. I believe our number is 614-3579. If you're really interested and you want to find out about these different projects and you want to be a part of Belize changing Belize, then really don't be afraid, contact us.
And remember, keep it unbelievable and don't be scared to get involved in something that God is doing. We love you guys.